Good morning, Unity San Francisco. Good morning, good morning, good morning. See, you got to turn the technology on in order for it to work. What a novel concept. And it works. Good morning. Welcome to Uni San Francisco. We have reached that time of the service where we do our traveling music. That means if you are downstairs, why? It's time to move on up the stairs. Good morning, good morning. Little traveling music for you. You ready? I believe in open doors. I've taken off the screen. I'm ready to let the world come inside and touch my life. I will no longer be defined by what someone else believes that I am. Now that I have dropped the weight, I am light as a feather. Time to elevate. Sober eyes, lift your eyes, spread your wings and prepare to fly. This is the moment of your life. Go ahead and fly. I believe in open doors. I'm outside of the box. What did not demolish me simply polished me. Now the clear I can see. I know where I wanna go. I am living in the flow. And now that I have dropped the weight, I am light as a feather. Time to elevate. Sober eyes, lift your eyes, spread your wings and prepare to fly. This is the moment of your life. Go ahead and fly. Sober eyes, lift your eyes, spread your wings and prepare to fly. This is the moment of your life. Go ahead and fly. Go ahead and fly. Thank you. Good morning, good morning. I see everyone's coming in the room. Welcome to the 11 o'clock service. We are going to have a wonderful service today. Why? Because it's principle time. We go through principles 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This week is principle 3. And we have a special guest, everyone. We have a round of applause for our featured soloist today, Miss Carrie Hillary.
Welcome. Come on up.
And she's going to sing us some songs about believing and receiving.
Thank you for having me here. We will see it when we believe it in our hearts. Looking backward, I know where it starts. The outcome that we see, manifesting all that we believe. Believe it, you'll see it. Create the perfect life, just plant the seed. Believe it, what your heart believes. Are you listening to that still small inner voice? Remembering we're endlessly at choice. Affirming we have all that we need. Are we ready to embrace what we receive? Believe it, you'll see it. Create the perfect life, just plant the seed. Believe it, you'll see it. Set your mind on what your heart believes. Time to release your fear and pride. Follow the wisdom that is guiding you. What is a dream you hold inside? When you believe it, you will see it.
Luke Schwartz on guitar.
Follow the wisdom deep inside. Trust your heart to be your guide. Knowing the power of your mind. Embrace the good that comes in time. Believe it, you'll see it. Create the perfect life that you will lead. Believe it, you'll see it. Set your mind on what your heart believes. Believe it, you'll see it. Create the perfect life that you will lead. Believe it, you'll see it. Set your mind on what your heart believes.
Carrie Hillary. Woo! Welcome. And so now it is my pleasure, actually, to introduce you all or remind you about in the seats in front of you, and we sent these and gave them out. This is the, hello? No, this is the reflection, Lenten reflection booklet from Unity headquarters. And I have the privilege of being the chair of the board of Unity World Headquarters, so I know the people who wrote this and published it, and my ultimate pleasure, though, is being your senior minister. I'm Reverend Ken Daigle, and I am so delighted to be with you here today. Consciously creating community is one of the most powerful things we can do to shift and improve our lives. Studies show it that people who have a community and connect regularly live an average of 10 years longer than people who are in isolation. So that you've chosen to spend your Sunday morning here with us, whether you're online or whether you're here in the room, we know that you've been brought here on purpose, by a divine purpose, for your highest good and your transforming yourselves and the world. Our vision statement is we are a vibrant spiritual community, honoring the divine presence in all and radiating the unity message through loving service. It is all of our pleasure here, the volunteers, the staff, the members here, to serve you today. So whether this is your first time or your 100th time here, welcome. We're delighted to share this Sunday with you. I'd like to turn to the reading for today. We're using Friday, March 14th, because the Sunday reflections in the book are much longer. So I'm going to choose a short one for you here. And if you want to read along, the book's in front of you. I release hostility. In the book Prosperity, Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore reminds us that it is impossible for anyone to claim to love and trust God, yet have hostile feelings towards another human being. He wrote, "Love attracts, hate dissipates," and that two ideas, love and hate, simply cannot both be present in your mind at the same time. When you are entertaining one, you can be sure that the other one is absent. Anger and hostility destroy physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Hostility held in our hearts and minds causes insomnia, anxiety, and even chronic illnesses. Harboring hostile thoughts and feelings is akin to overloading an electrical system, something we know a lot about around here, creating dangerous power surges and can potentially destroy our devices and even cause fires. Antidotes for this destructive energy are forgiveness and unconditional love. To paraphrase the revealing word, when the heavenly state of mind is established, we are restored to our natural wholeness. And our affirmation is, I bless the world with the gifts of unconditional love, harmony, acceptance, and peace. Can we know this together? I bless the world with gifts of unconditional love, harmony, acceptance, and peace. And so it is. Let's take that to this opening prayer in our opening prayer song. I invite you to get comfortable as our prayer chaplains are surrounding us right now. And we know that in the presence of the divine, right here and right now, Marcus is praying with us. He is a good prayer champion. And we know that the very essence of love and life, acceptance and peace resides within us. The great I am. I am that I am. I am love. I am harmony. I am wisdom. I am understanding. I am joy. I am enthusiasm. I am zeal. I am peace. Peace that passes all understanding. Peace that transcends hostility and hatred. Peace and love that know they can never be depleted. Right here and right now, in this moment, we open ourselves to the wholeness and the truth that wherever we are, God is. Wherever we move, God moves with us. And wherever we give, the supply is always present. So for this time together and for this truth, we affirm, I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so at peace. And so it is.
What's inside our minds manifests in time as words and deeds and actions. Thoughts create our lives and project outside. Would weave allow traction? Be mindful, be mindful, be mindful, be mindful. What's inside our minds manifests in time as words and deeds and actions. Thoughts create our lives and project outside. Would we've allowed traction? Be mindful, be mindful, be mindful, be mindful. What's inside our minds manifest in time as words and deeds and actions. Thoughts create our lives and project outside. Would we've allowed traction? Be mindful, be mindful, be mindful. so it is.
Amen. And now, TNT, Tom and Tyler are going to take it away.
Good morning, Unity San Francisco. Good to see you, everyone. I'm Tyler Kruger, one of the prayer chaplains.
And I'm Tom Lenoble.
We're so happy to be here with you. And we want to remind everybody that we are part of an international movement of the Unity, part of the New Thought movement, and we hold the ideas. We then study these ideas. We then learn how these ideas change our lives, and then we practice. But the main idea, that we are the divine. There is one power and one presence in the universe and in my life. Sometimes we call it God the good, but whatever you call it, the divine is already here. And as we study that, it begins to change how I live. One of the things we also learn and we teach is that we practice affirmations. And so we then decide out of this loving universe and our own discovery of it, how to take ideas like being unapologetically inclusive. We then say, how does this then implement itself into the world, and how do we as a community and as individuals make a stand?
Yes, and we do have an affirmation for that. But first, didn't we learn this morning this church has been going on here in San Francisco for 106 years this July?
Right.
You're part of a 106-year-old movement.
Yes.
Let's know this affirmation together, please. I'll say it once, and then we'll know it together. I commit to awakening myself and the world to infinite possibilities. Know that with me.
I commit to awakening myself and the world to infinite possibilities. And so it is. If you're a first-time guest, we want to say welcome, whether you're here in the sanctuary or online, to all of our online friends. There's different ways to let us know. One of them is the connection card, but if you just want to self-select and have a wonderful gift, we have them here in the foyer for those of you here in person. A Unity publication magazine of your choice. And if you're viewing with us online, let us know that you're a first-time guest. We can send you a little token of love electronically.
We'd love to do that. And if you look at your bulletin, do you have a bulletin? Anyone need one? Our wonderful ushers will bring you a bulletin, and inside you'll find your spiritual connection card. We're going to refer back to it later, but right now you can take a look at it. If you fill it out at the time that we do offering, we will collect them. We like to know who you are. If you're a first-time guest, let us know that. And keep these handy because we'll refer to them later.
Yes, yes. Another thing that we really stand for and we teach and practice is the world of meditation, of slowing down, calming down, and going within to study that inner presence. And so we want to continue to offer lots of opportunities, such as every Sunday morning right here in the sanctuary and broadcast live on the internet is the Sunday morning sound meditation. It's led by one of our prayer chaplains, and it's every Sunday morning at 10:15 a.m. right here at Unity San Francisco.
And then midday, you can join if you just need a break during the week, Monday through Friday at noon. There's a midday meditation with Reverend Kenner, a prayer chaplain.
Yep, go to the website, click the Zoom link at noon, Monday through Friday. And then on our website, unitysf.org, we have a wonderful curated library of inspiration. There's a list of Sunday talks. There's also some music, but really important is meditations. You can choose 5 minutes, you can choose a 15-minute meditation and click play anytime that you're in need of that joining together and going within.
And our annual meeting is coming up really, really close on April 30th, and we hope you'll join us here. After the service, there'll be fellowship, then we'll all come back up here for the annual meeting. You'll learn lots of things about the church of the last year, what's coming in the new year. You'll see new board members that are being nominated, as well as, remember, if you are currently a member, according to our bylaws, you need to renew. It's really simple and easy.
Yeah.
Tyler, did I tell you I joined this year?
Yes.
First time I've been a member of a church since I was a teenager, even though I've been coming here forever. And so far, a bolt of lightning hasn't hit me.
You're still here, right? You're still here. So everyone's invited. Come and learn more of the details of what's going on. You don't need to be a member, but we invite you to become a member, join with us, and have voting rights and other responsibilities. Now, we also want to say that coming up is the Trans Day of Visibility, and we stand unapologetically inclusive with all of our trans siblings in the world, and part of that is that we're using this stage to give them a platform to be heard, to have their stories told by them themselves. So we invite you to come and join with us Saturday, March 29th at 2 p.m. It's also going to be broadcast live on the internet and then kept on our library of resources for the future. So come and join us to celebrate now with our trans siblings, Saturday, March 29th.
And now it's time for our interactive meet and greet. So know after we sing this song, there are people that are in our online community that we love. They are part of our community, so be sure to go back there. Tyler will be there with a microphone and say hello to them.
Yes, after this song.
Right after this song. So if you'll stand as you're willing and able and join our music team for
as
our
we sing,
song.
Let's sing together, Expect a Miracle.
I'm looking for a miracle. I expect the impossible. I feel the intangible, and I see the invisible. I'm looking for a miracle. I expect the impossible, and I feel the intangible, and I see the invisible. The sky is the limit to what I can have. The sky is the limit to what I can have. The sky is the limit to what I can have. Just believe and receive it. Learn it will happen today. Hey, hey, just believe and receive it. Learn it will happen today. I'm looking for a miracle. I expect the impossible. I feel the intangible, and I see the invisible. I'm looking for a miracle. I expect the impossible, and I feel the intangible, and I see the invisible. The sky is the limit to what I can have. The sky is the limit to what I can have. The sky is the limit to what I can have. Just believe and receive it. Affirm it will happen today. Hey, hey, just believe and receive it. Affirm it will happen today. I expect a miracle every day. I affirm there is a way, always a way. I expect a miracle every day. I affirm there is a way, always a way. I expect a miracle every day. I affirm there is a way, always a way. I expect a miracle every day. I affirm there is a way, always a way. I expect a miracle every day. I affirm there is a way, always a way. I expect a miracle every day. I affirm there is a way, always a way. Just believe and receive it. Affirm it will happen today. Hey, hey, just believe and receive it. Affirm it will happen today.
Woo! Don't stop. Come on.
Don't stop. There we go.
Woo! We have reached our time of interactive meet and greet. Please greet your neighbor with a handshake or a hug. Please make sure you say hello to our international family online. Happy Sunday. I expect a miracle.
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 Hey, you guys, it's so good to see you all.
Every day.
I hope you guys are doing great. It's great seeing you guys. Sorry if I'm a little jumbled. You coming over?
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every
everybody. Good to see you all. Hi, Stacy.
Hi, Emmy. Hi, Luna.
Hey, Julia. Hey, David. We're gonna,
Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday. Missed you last week.
All right, good to see everybody. We're going to return to the stage. Maybe in a moment. There's so much good going on. Doesn't seem to want to stop. Happy Sunday, everybody. Good to see you. Tomlin Oval. And we're going back to the stage with Reverend Ken.
All righty. I know if you haven't had time to say hi to everybody, both our online folks and the folks in the room here, I want you to promise you there's more time after the service and during hospitality to say hi. Now it's time for our blessing of the children. And so our kids are up on platform. We have Marcus is back. Welcome, Burke. And Marcus is over there. I'm getting them all confused. Marcus is over there. Burke's in the house. So we've got the kids here and the kids around the world. And the kids, our own inner kids, right? This is the affirmation we say for the world's children. Every single child on the planet. You are God's perfect expression of divine life. We see you and we love you exactly the way you are. If you didn't hear that as a kid, and if these kids hear it every week, but if you didn't hear it from us today. And let's know this together.
I've been here since like 4 years.
You've been here for 4 years? I think you've been here from...
No, I don't know.
You don't know? I think you've been here since the day you were born, practically. No, you were born in New York City. I know. But your grandma has been coming here for how long, Carolyn? 40 years. It's in your blood. Yeah. So, let's say this together before they all take me over. Together. You are God's perfect expression of divine life. We see you and we love you exactly the way you are. Here we go. Here we go. This is my mini-me. All right, thank you.
And I love both of them.
All right, as the kids leave, I want to take this moment to let you know that Easter is coming up. It's exactly a month away. April 20th is Easter, and we have lots of activities around Easter. First off, we usually do our flower bouquet, which is really an incredible process. We have to spend the day before making all the bouquets, and then we're going to do a new unveiling of a new version of it here this Easter. We're also doing an Easter egg hunt for our friends at Rita de Castilla, which is the women's shelter, the women and their children living in the city, and they're going to come over on the Friday before Easter, and we're going to do an Easter egg hunt for them. So we are in the Sunday before, we're going to spend filling Easter eggs for those kids. And then our kids, any kids who come to our service on that Sunday, will have their own Easter egg hunt in the park across the street. And on top of that, as you see up, we're going to do Jesus Christ Superstars, our spiritual movie, on this big, beautiful, giant screen, right? So that's going to be on Friday, what is it, April 4th. No, it's not on the Superstar's not on the 4th. It's not on a Sunday. It's on the Friday night. Friday's the 4th. It's not Sunday. It's going to be on the Friday night. So it's a potluck and Friday night movie here that at Christmas we did It's a Wonderful Life. At Easter we're doing Jesus Christ Superstar. So if you haven't seen it since it came out, if you've never seen it, come join us and we'll have an experience of Jesus Christ Superstar. Now, I'm going to invite our music team back up, but before I do, I'm going to let everybody know we have a really special guest speaker today. It's our own Misa Malone. who's going to be talking on our third principle about harnessing the power of thought. And to harness the power of thought, I'm going to tell a story about Misa. So we spoke on Friday as she was heading back in the city from her weekend or week away, and she told me on Friday that she really has heard the call and she's going to become a unity minister. I didn't tell her I was going to tell you. But you hear that applause, Misa? That's an affirmation. That's an affirmation, right? So, without further ado, Carrie and the music team once again.
You go, girl. Are you ready? This one's got an easy chorus, so once you've heard it a few times, don't be shy about jumping in with us, okay? It's my life to live. It's my light to shine. The answers in my heart to the questions in my mind. Sometimes I feel lost and paralyzed with fear. It's time to open up until the path is clear. 'Cause I can be anything if I only try my wings. 'Cause I can be anything if I only believe.
Oh, let's go back a slide. So, for those of you who don't know me, I realize I actually didn't introduce myself earlier. So my name is Misa Malone. I'm currently your minister of music, but as Ken telling my secrets, I'm stepping into the path to actually become a full unity minister. I now have 100 accountability partners. Thank you, Ken. Thousands of them. So today, we're going to talk about principle 3, but let's recap. I love this picture. It's actually larger here than it is in real life. We've been reviewing the unity principles 1 and 2 over the last couple of weeks, so let's recap those quickly. Principle 1, there's only one presence and power active as a universe and in my life, God. And there are those who believe, if you believe this one, you don't need the other 4, but we're going to keep moving. Okay? Principle 2, we are divinity in expression and therefore powerful and inherently good. All right. Principle 3, so we're going to delve into this one, which is we create with our thoughts and beliefs. This concept emphasizes that our internal mindset shapes our reality. So I want you to think back to your childhood for a moment. I want you to think about when you were, maybe about this high, and you were sitting around with the adults. And I want you to think about the stories you were told by the adults around you when you were a child. Maybe these stories were about people that were a different color, from a different country. Maybe they lived in a certain part of town or a certain kind of housing, like a project or a tenement, trailer park. So how did those stories initially, because we're all evolved here, right? But initially, how did those stories shape how you dealt with those people? When you first encountered these people on your own, after hearing the stories from your family and their friends, were you open? Were you initially open? No. Or did you have to unlearn what you'd been taught? You had to stop yourself from seeing what you'd been taught to see, right? Because our thoughts has shaped our reality, but that is unconscious bias that was planted by the people around you. Okay, so let's talk about school. Now you're a little older. Maybe you're in middle school or high school. Remember the cliques? You had the pretty girls. You had the jocks. Maybe you had the losers, the ones that were smoking weed, buying the bleachers at lunch. The ones who were skateboarding. The ones who were never in class or maybe asleep in the back of the class. Did you pigeonhole those people too? Because all the pretty girls are the same, right? Right? All the jocks are dumb. That's what we were told. All they can do is play football. All they can do is play basketball. They don't really have brains. So did you see that in those people? So unconscious bias and expectation. Let's talk about expectation. Have you ever met someone and you just knew they were going to be trouble? You just knew it. It's like, look how she's walking up in here. Okay. You just knew it. So you set your expectation that this person was going to be trouble. And no matter what they did, she being nice. She must want something. Why is she smiling at me? Right? Nothing they could do would change the expectation that you had set. So unconscious bias and expectation help shape your reality because you told yourself or others told you what to see, and your mind twisted the facts to make it correct. Twisted the facts. Okay, let's try something different. Okay, have you ever started on a day where you just knew nothing was going to go right? You know that I woke up on the wrong side of the sheets mentality? It's like, I didn't get but 3 hours of sleep. My eyes is tired. Ooh, it's going to be a bad day. Powerful affirmation to start the day with, by the way. So From the moment you opened your eyes, you could feel this was not going to be a good day. And then, no real surprise, it was a bad day. Everybody annoyed you. Even the most innocuous things. Oh my God, why is he breathing so loud? Right? Now see, that's your attitude shaping your reality. You have an attitude. You done projected that attitude out on everybody. Ugh, why is he giggling? Right? So our unconscious bias, our expectations, and our attitude will color our perspective every single time, negatively and positively. And that's why it's important that you monitor your thoughts. Your thoughts impact your emotions. Your emotions impact your attitude, and your attitude impacts everyone around you and how you experience the world. So Oprah Winfrey, I couldn't find the actual quote, but Oprah Winfrey once said that she only listens to very specific things. So when she's in all those limos, and very expensive, whatever the most expensive Uber is, she doesn't allow them to play anything but what's on a prescribed list of approved things. She controls the ideas that she's exposed to. That way, she only takes in what's good. She's only exposed to positive things. So, I want you to think about this. Have you ever walked into a situation or a scenario where you just knew, you don't know how, in the marrow of your bones, in your gut, that things were going to go well? It's like, I got this. I've prepared. I know what I'm going to do. It's going to be great. Right? And then what happened? It was great. Even if it wasn't exactly what you thought that it would be, it was still amazing. Because you'd set your mind to the understanding that it couldn't be anything else but. That's the power of what your mind can do. So in Unity, we teach, practice, and model the power of intention. Principle 3. We create with our thoughts and beliefs. If you school your thoughts and you keep the high watch, put practice into application, but that's principle 5. We'll come back to that later. You can literally change the world. You start by changing yours, and there's a ripple effect. So, come on. Clicking. There we go. In honor of Women's History Month, I thought that we could take a look at some women through history who exemplified this example, transforming their beliefs into tangible change. Now, HIS-tory likes us to remember powerful women as wizened old crones. Have you noticed that? You ever seen a young picture of Harriet Tubman? A young picture of Myrtle Fillmore? Right? I purposely looked for images that reflected these women's beauty because women can be smart, powerful, and attractive, contrary to popular belief. So we're going to start with the mother of the movement because she literally was a walking, talking example of the power of your belief. So I wrote this down. I'm going to read it. She is most notably quoted with this quote: "I am a child of God and therefore do not inherit sickness. I don't do sick. I am divine and I don't do sick." She believed this. She was diagnosed with tuberculosis. She believed this. And through the power of her practice, she apologized to every cell in her body and was healed. Now, if that's not a testament to healing beliefs. So, she went to a lecture with Dr. Weeks on New Thought Principles, and she embraced that. Our thoughts directly influence our health. How many of you have a parent or a grandparent who told you something like, you need to let all that anger go or you're going to give yourself an ulcer? You need to let all that resentment go or you're going to make yourself sick. because you are manifesting that in your body. It is influencing your health, what you are thinking, that emotion that you're holding on to. So Myrtle adopted affirmative prayer and holistic spiritual practices, leading to a remarkable recovery, which also ignited a mission to empower others. So alongside her husband, Charles, they founded Unity in 1889. Unity, and I learned this, so I'm taking y'all on my journey of discovery here. Unity was originally a movement within existing religious traditions. So you could be a unitic, that's what we call ourselves, unitics. Just make sure you drop the L off the front. You can be a unitic and still go to Mass every Sunday. You can be a unitic and still go to synagogue. Because what we are teaching and what we are practicing is not in spite of other faith traditions. It is absolutely in parallel, especially if you follow the teachings of Jesus, right? Jesus said, love thy neighbor as you love yourself. So when they began this, it was in the existing religious tradition, and as Rev Ken has pointed out, that was 1889. That was a long time ago. We have learned and we have evolved the teaching and the practices. So we stand on our own now. But one of the amazing things that Myrtle and Charles did is they started publications like Modern Thought and Unity Magazine, emphasizing the creative power of thought in shaping your life experiences. And their teachings continue to guide us to harness the transformative power of positive belief. So in short, pretty girl, Miss Myrtle, stood in her power and dominion, claimed it with conviction, and made it so. She believed she could, so she did. You have that same power within you. Now think of what you could do if you just put your mind to it. Now I had to mention Mother Teresa. Was she not beautiful? Oh my goodness. Has you ever seen a young picture of Mother Teresa? We often mention Mother Teresa from this platform, so I wanted to make sure that I was honoring both powerful women of faith. And her life profoundly illustrates how your thoughts and beliefs shape your reality. In fact, her thoughts and beliefs impacted reality. Again, a little bit of Principle 5 thrown in there for good measure. She said, not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love. There's that love again. So Mother Teresa, in 1946, felt a calling to serve the poorest of the poor. Not just the poorest of the poor. These are the people who were poor both materially and spiritually. She founded missionaries in India with the mission to love and serve that community. By 2016, her program was in 139 countries. 139 countries. She started with 12 sisters. So these are people who are in aligned belief with her, that this service, this servant heart, leaning in and sowing in love to this community of folks who could not and did not have the material needs that they needed met, did not have the spiritual needs met. 12 women, and now it's 139 countries. They serve people with HIV and AIDS, leprosy, tuberculosis. These were people that back in the day, they would board up somewhere else and ignore because I don't want to catch that. But she believed that they were worthy of love, of service, so she put herself to it. Again, she believed she could, so she did. And her unwavering belief in compassionate action not only guided what she did, but it also inspired others. And her legacy lives on. This belief lives on. Her life is a living example of how steadfast beliefs, when put into action, can create lasting impact in the world. Again, principle 3 and principle 5 go together real good. If you don't know what principle 5 is, you'll have to come back. But Myrtle and Mother Teresa are beacons of their respective faith traditions, are they not? We've heard their stories over and over and over, but there are others with equally powerful stories. You know, my girl. Come on, there it is. Catherine. Don't know nobody with Catherine. Okay, so Catherine Bushnell was an American physician, missionary, scholar, and pioneering feminist theologian. So she had the nerve to think that the Bible was a little misogynistic, which couldn't possibly be right. So she challenged it. She challenged in 1855 is when she was born. She studied Greek and Latin at Northwest University. And she later went on to write a book called God's Word to Women. Because she said, I would rather believe that the expositor is mistaken than that the very term gospel, which means good news, proclaims oppression to women. She made it her life's work to challenge the patriarchal biases in the biblical translations. What? You mean Mary Magdalene wasn't a prostitute? I know this. Catherine Bushnell didn't believe it either. So her commitment to equality drove her to advocate for social reforms, which included leading a campaign against human trafficking, again, women trafficking in Wisconsin in 1888. 1888. And that brought national attention to it because they didn't know that was still a thing until she surfaced it. She used her biblical scholarship to empower women to reclaim their spiritual authority by correcting misinterpretations that perpetuated gender equality. I just like that. Correcting misinterpretations that perpetuated gender inequality. She's like, yeah, no, your Bible does not say that. The person who translated it said that. So this is somebody telling you a story, right? And this is you realizing maybe that story is not quite right. Love Catherine Bushnell. I was just introduced to her. But when she aligned her beliefs with her actions, not only did she transform her own life, but she influenced societal and religious perceptions of women's roles, demonstrating how our convictions can lead to meaningful change. Catherine Bushnell. And she was pretty. I love this. She believed it couldn't be right. A God of love would not ignore half of creation. A God of love would not subjugate half of creation. So surely, we got it wrong somewhere. And she put feet to her faith. She backed it up with her many accolades and her education. And she changed the game. Let's look at another Wonder Woman and see if any of you know this person. Madalyn Murray O'Hair. There's a few of y'all who probably might have been around for her. So Madalyn Murray O'Hair has this quote. An atheist believes that one must find in oneself the inner conviction and strength to meet life, to grapple with it, to subdue it, and enjoy it. That sounds like a unitic, right? I mean, maybe not the atheist believes part, but everything that follows. One must find in oneself the inner conviction and strength. So Madalyn Murray O'Hair actually birthed the atheist movement in this country. Because she believed fervently in the separation of church and state. In 1960, she challenged Bible readings, mandatory Bible readings in public schools, because she argued it violated the Constitution. It led to a landmark Supreme Court case, Murray versus Carlette, if you want to look that up. And they ruled in her favor that it was unconstitutional for mandatory Bible readings in a public school. She then founded American Atheist in 1963, and really interesting, she was voted by Life magazine as the country's most hated woman in 1964. Who knew? She believed fervently in what she believed, whether we agree with it or not. Belief is a powerful thing, is it not? Despite the criticism, despite being voted the world's most hated woman, she remained committed to her beliefs, and she was actually leading the American Atheists until the 80s. She was assassinated, y'all. Powerful beliefs create powerful enemies. But she believed enough to use her platform to challenge societal norms and promote secularism. And her life underscores how one's convictions in alignment with specific actions can lead to societal change. So, these women's stories are powerful, and they're not the only ones. Rosa Parks, Margaret Sanger, Phyllis Wheatley. If y'all don't know who Phyllis Wheatley is, you need to educate yourself. And Emma Goldman. These are all women you should know. Their stories teach us that our thoughts and our beliefs are potent tools for personal and world changing. That's great, Mies. That sounds really good, right? Right? Oh, that sounds so good. Yeah. Woo, but I work every day. I have children. I have bills. How do I do this? Because it sounds good, right? Put feet to faith. It's like, oh, I'm just going to have the power of thought. I will go into this store and the eggs will be $2 a dozen. Gas is going back to what it was in 1982. It's not that simple. And we know it's not that simple, right? Because there are outside things. But let's ask ourselves, if we can practice activating principle 3 in our lives practically, would it be worthwhile to do it? So step 1, cultivate self-awareness. School your thoughts. Reflect on what you think you know is truth. Journaling can help you identify patterns, find those areas where you may need to shift. Really think about what you think, not what you've been told to think, not what they think you should think, but what you really think. Because the answer is inside of you. Once you've cultivated your self-awareness, then I'm going to need you to challenge everything. When negative thoughts come up, question why. And then replace them with empowering things, positive things. Leave the stories that others have told you about yourself behind, because you get to control the story now. And you have the power to change it. Just because it's always been doesn't mean it has to continue to be. Challenge your limiting beliefs. And then visualize your desired outcomes. Now, I know this one is hard for people. It's like, I'm going to win the lottery. This is an exercise. My son and I, we do this. It's like, okay, how much is lotto? Ooh, 400 million. All right, so we're going to buy the house next to the church. And then the one behind it, we're going to turn that into a parking lot. And then we're going to turn that into the offices. And then we're going to buy a house in the Bermuda. Right? It's easy to visualize what you want when it's something that lofty. Am I the only person who visualizes what it means to win that $1 billion Powerball? I'm saying, you done bought half of Redondo Beach, haven't you? So why don't you do that for your regular life? Why don't you visualize the career path you're on, the relationship path you're on? Spend a little time every day just thinking about your goals as if you've already achieved them. If you can envision sipping a Mai Tai on a tropical beach, you can envision a better life in the here and now that is tangible and accessible, right? What do you want your life to be? Visualize it. It's already done. The universe is conspiring for your good. The only thing stopping it is you. So what is that? And then I want you to breathe positivity. Surround yourself with positivity. Supportive communities, uplifting content. Now, I want to be real clear about this one because my faith tradition of birth kind of took this one sideways. You know, they were like, no Lord of the Rings, no Harry Potter. That's witchcraft. Does it spark joy? Does it engage and entertain you? Do you have a positive response to it? Then it's positive. And I know there's lots of exceptions to that, and I am absolutely oversimplifying. But the reality is, if it sparks joy, how could it be wrong? Again, oversimplified. So your environment will influence your beliefs, the things that you surround yourself in. If you go to sleep every night to the news, wake up every morning to the news, I kind of feel like you're going to have some interesting days, not to mention some interesting dreams. So you need to think about what you are allowing into your life. You need to think about how you talk about yourself. Do you go, damn it, why did you're so stupid, oh. No. You should speak love and life over yourself. Because, and there's a very popular gospel song, sometimes you have to encourage yourself. So speak life, speak love, breathe in positivity, do those things that fill your spirit. Surround yourself with people who fill your spirit, fill your cup. And then finally, practice. Positive statements that reinforce what you believe. Now, we talked about this a while ago. If sitting in your sitting maybe at your vanity or standing in your bathroom and you're looking in the mirror and you're going, I am beautiful, I am powerful, I am smart. But you don't believe that you are beautiful, powerful, or smart, then you're not only wasting your time, you're wasting your energy. An affirmation needs to be something that you believe. It needs to be something that sits in your spirit, that is connected to you. So if you are saying things and you don't fully believe, then you need to find something that speaks to you that you can activate in your life. And I would hesitate to say, you are beautiful, irrespective of what you think you look like. You are beautiful because you are a beautiful expression of the divine. But if it makes more sense to your heart to say, I look good today. I like my hair today. Versus something larger, work your way up to it. Just make sure that whatever you are affirming is true. True to you in that moment. Affirm it. Okay? So, in a nutshell, by consciously directing your mindset, you can craft a reality that reflects your highest good and your highest aspirations. Consciously. So let's embrace the principle. Let's embrace the practices. Because the power begins here. You have that power in you. You are a divine expression of life. All you have to do is activate it. Let's take that to our time of meditation.
Before we start our meditation, there is a blue Prius. Who's driving blue Priuses? Raise your hand. You're parked in front of a driveway. So there's someone waiting for you right now so they can get out of their driveway. Thank you. And please come back. Just move the car over. And let's take this to our time of meditation. Take a deep breath. Art's going to play us something, and let the music move you into this. I want to piggyback on the wonderful words of Misa about believing your affirmations. Yeah, you have to believe them, but they are affirmations. They're supposed to push you and grow you, right? And so you find that little bit that believes, oh, my body's a miracle. In the middle of a health challenge, you can find out that your body is miraculous. In the middle of a financial crisis, you can affirm that you have enough for this very moment. And that little mustard seed of faith, that little mustard seed of truth is expanded by the affirmation. So let's use this in meditation to bring our mind, our body, our whole being into alignment of the bigger truth. I invite you to take a deep breath, to breathe into the very center of your being. And as you exhale, to let the chair and the floor, everything hold you completely, fully, solidly. To release all the doubt and fear that sometimes makes us endlessly worry about what someone else is going to do or not do. In this moment, affirm for yourself, I take the next right step. The illumined path is right before me. As it appears, I move forward. As we breathe again, remember the truth that my body is a miracle. In this moment, it is healing. In this moment, it is wholeness and complete health. Breathe once again and know the truth. I have all that I need. And notice the doubt that brings up. And acknowledge it and let it go. In this moment, I have everything I need to survive. In this moment, my needs are met. In this moment, good is flowing to me from sources I cannot even know about. In this moment, I am growing, prospering, changing, transforming. In this moment, I know the truth. I am one with God. I am God's perfect expression. In this moment, all is well. Whatever challenges you're facing, whatever struggles appear on your horizon or right on your plate, take this moment in the silence and remember the truth. I am one with the one power and the one presence. God is at work in and as my life. Right here and right now, your affirmation your power of thought and belief, your attitude can shift everything. We have an attitude of gratitude. We have an attitude of possibility. We have an attitude of prosperity, a consciousness that knows that all is working for the highest and best, not only of ourselves, but on everyone on the planet. That we can consciously co-create win-win situations so that all people are honored, everyone is included, and everyone is risen by this rising tide. Everyone is lifted up to their highest potential, and everyone gets to celebrate the truth of their divine being and their divine making. So we know the truth. We celebrate this with song. We celebrate this with word. We celebrate this with every action we take. So it is. So we let it be.
Welcome magic and wonder, brilliance and grace. Welcome joy and satisfaction, pleasure and strength. Welcome essence, beauty, presence, time, spirit, form, and space. Welcome excellence and every blessing, sacred and pray. What I seek, I have. What I want to know, I understand. All I wish I could, I can. Who I want to be, I am. What I seek, I have. What I want to know, I understand. All I wish I could, I can. Who I want to be, I am. Welcome magic and wonder, brilliance and grace. Welcome joy, satisfaction, pleasure and strength. Welcome essence, beauty, presence, time, spirit, form, and space. Welcome excellence in every blessing, sacred and pray. What I seek, I have. What I want to know, I understand. All I wish I could, I can. Who I want to be, I am. What I seek, I have. What I want to know, I understand. All I wish I could, I can. Who I want to be, I am. I am a seed, I am a tree. I am the flower, I am the bee. I am the fire and I am wind. I accept love and also I give. I am loud and I am mighty. Silent and I tread lightly. I am brave and monumental. I am modest, I am gentle. I am a student and I teach. I am the sand and I am the beach. I am ease and I am power. I am bread and I am tower. I am reason, I am wild. I am mother, I am child. I am many, I am few. I am God and God is you. did it.
Wow, Tyler.
Yes. The power and harnessing that power of our thoughts, examining what we believe, finding out where it may not align with a new idea of love and inclusivity, and then I change my beliefs.
I'm telling you, I thought I was going to levitate out of the chair over there. I'm still feeling a little hum going on from that and that song. And the power of their voices and the support they offer one another is just incredible. And Misa, I'm just honored to know your path.
Thank you for helping us celebrate Women's History Month with this powerful example of women who have helped change the world and transform the world into what we know as freedom and love and equality today. One of the other things that we teach, with the journaling and the writing of our thoughts and clarifying what we believe, is we also talk about setting our intention. So I invite you to look at your spiritual connection card. It's in your Sunday bulletin. There's some different practices that you might want to put in motion this week. See if any of these phrases ring true for you, and then check them off.
This week, I identify my thought patterns.
Yes. This week, I choose to set intentions that are aligned with my values.
And this week, I consciously shift into empowerment.
Mm-hmm. This week, I choose to engage in positive self-talk. Now, here on the form is also a space for you to write your own affirmation, your own intention. You can also use it as a place to put in a prayer request. We're going to drop these in the Sunday offering basket in a moment, and then part of the power of agreement that we practice here is that Reverend Ken receives these, and he prays over them during the week, and he says, as Richard has declared, so it is true for him, and even more. So put that in the offering basket and put your intention in motion and practice with us. We also want to mention that there's a spiritual discussion group that continues the Sunday service. So everybody that's viewing with us online, those of us here in person, we grab a little plate of food and go to the conference room and join the people online. We get to talk about what we're getting out of the Sunday service, take that discussion a little bit deeper about how to apply these ideas.
And you've seen here today how people use their time, their talent for sure, and their treasure is what makes this all operate and continue on. And we welcome you to help us continue this mission that we all so love and expand it and make it grow farther and farther in the world.
Right.
So, what ways are there?
You can use the QR code. It's in your bulletin. It's on the screen behind me. If you're here in the sanctuary, there's a white envelope in the chair seat in front of you. If you're viewing online, there's a donate link dropped in the chat. So whatever way that you choose to contribute, know that your contributions are part of this loving movement that helps people discover the power and divinity within. So thank you for contributing to Unity San Francisco.
Yes.
We always anchor the time of offering with an affirmation. I invite the ushers to come forward, but instead of just saying it, we're going to sing the affirmation for our offering time. Join with us.
I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive. I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive. One more time. I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive.
So it is. Part of Women's History Month, we are giving the stage for these 6 women to be sharing their story of using the power of pause as they were developing a business or an initiative or a movement. And these women that have now developed their initiative are going to come and share with us. And that's today, March 16th, 2 p.m. here in the sanctuary. So you can be sure to attend. And if you're viewing with us online, the same service is going to be broadcast out to the internet. But join us for this reveling in the rise of women leaders.
It's really going to be powerful. I got a little glimpse of it. You don't want to miss it today. Get some food and be prepared to come back. We also have spiritual groups here, discussion groups, and one of the new ones by our own Kate Thornton. Kate, where are you? I know you're out there. Is the Mindful Miles. Kate walked 80 miles in 8 days for her 80th birthday. And I mean, really. And I think through that, she got motivated to start this group of Mindful Miles where we're going to walk together. You need to sign up for it. It's always a different place. It's not strenuous. It's just to be together in community and walk and look at the plants, flowers, and trees and maybe talk a little.
Yeah. And then our wonderful David Montecalvo has been leading the Gay Men's Spirituality Group. It's been going on the first Wednesdays of the month for like 2 years, but now he's going to be hosting a little half-day retreat celebrating the divine within for the Gay Men's Spirituality Group. And this is going to be Saturday, April 5th. Join us here in person, 12 p.m. on Saturday the 5th. Go to the website to sign up.
We also have coming up, boy, there's a lot going on. We have coming up A Course in Miracles with Terry Wade, on April 8th through May 6th. It's going to be online, so you need to sign up. A Course in Miracles study group with her.
Yes, come and join us for that. And then in April, we have the return of the wonderful Reverend Jackie Hawkins. She's going to be here speaking with us and sharing her love and light Sunday, April 6th. So be sure to join us for that as well.
And if you'd like prayer, you know, sometimes prayer is because you feel joy, something great has happened and you want to anchor it. Or maybe you have something you just don't want to carry away from here today. Just look for our prayer chaplains in the stoles and spend a few minutes. Don't leave here with anything without celebrating it or anchoring that and taking time to release something, right,
yes,
Tyler?
Right.
Yeah, one of the things you love to do, right?
Right, to remind ourselves of the divinity within, anchor that with someone else, the power of agreement again. And we also want to say thank you not only to the governing board, not only to all the ushers and all the hospitality team, but also to every one of you, because together we exchange ideas, we practice love and light together. So thank you all for being here at Unity San Francisco. We're going to close with the community song, so we invite you all to stand as you're willing and able. Let's sing together.
One step, one step, one step, one step.
Old-time religion is a box I do not fit in. I am metaphysical, I am transcendent. Change the situation by changing your mind. Raise the vibration by knowing you are divine.
Take a mental path, one step, repeat. I surrender to the presence of the God in me. Make a mental path, one step, repeat. I am practicing the presence of the goddess in me.
What do you believe? You got to know your truth. Pure potential possibility, that is you. If you stand in opposition, you perpetuate the thing. Would you resist? Persist, so let love be what you bring.
Make a mental path, one step, repeat. I surrender to the presence of the God in me. Make a mental path, one step, repeat. I am practicing the presence of the goddess in me. One step, one step, one step, one step.
All right, going to introduce you to this amazing band. Can we have a round of applause for our featured vocalist, Miss Carrie Hillary? On the very far right of the band platform on guitar, a round of applause for Luke Schwartz. Sitting in on the drums today, Isaac Schwartz, no relation. Round of applause. On bass and saxophone, let's hear it for Mark Baum. And on the keys, my musical director and my partner in crime, Arthur Koo. So there's an affirmation that we want you to take into your week to basically anchor and embrace what we learned today. I align my beliefs with the divine truth. Can you know that with me? I align my beliefs with the divine truth. That you are a magnificent expression of the divine. And you can do anything.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, hey. Follow your intuition and the passion that you got. Be pulled by your vision, don't get pushed by your thoughts. Everything experienced is energetic. Be aware of energy you give and you get it. Out of the routine, slip into observer state. Change your mind by changing habits, choose a different way. Say, oh yes, to your highest and your best. What you desire, you can straight up manifest. Make a mental path, one step, repeat. I surrender to the presence of the God in me. Make a mental path, one step, repeat. I am practicing the presence of the goddess in one step, 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 one step. Happy Sunday!
Happy Sunday, everybody!
One step, one step, one step, one step, one step, one step, one step. Hey! One step, 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 one step. Hey! One step, one step, one step, one step, one step, one step, one step.